What's good, y'all? So last night on AEW Dynamite, there was a match between Tall Valkyrie and Britt Baker. Now, I obviously said in the review, if you haven't heard from me already in that review, I pretty much said that that match did nothing for me. It was a bathroom break. It was the type of match where you'll just be on your phone, you look up, and you miss absolutely nothing. Like, nothing special happened in this Britt and Tall Valkyrie match, except what happened after the match. Because after the match, there was a sign in the crowd that the cameraman like was really focusing on, and this particular sign got social media buzzing. It got a lot of the AEW fans talking, and all of wrestling fans really talking, I guess you can say. And this sign was, as you see in the picture here, it was entitled "Book the Women's Division Better." And since that pictures came out on social media, people have been basically talking about the AEW Women's Division and lacking their frustration from the lack of booking from the AEW Women's Division. And I'm basically making this video to react to all that and actually agree with what a lot of people are saying. Like, the AEW Women's Division needs to get booked better. The problem with the AEW Women's Division is that, like, as of right now, there really is nothing special going on with the women's division that makes you go like, wow, that makes you go crazy, that makes you go, oh my god, that was amazing. Like, I want to see more of this. Like, it's like they don't do anything that makes you catch your eye. Like last week, for example, they did a women's match. It was Britt Baker versus this random girl, and that match, and it was a blood and guts, by the way, but the match was so pointless that I felt like they only put it on the show just so that they can say that they had a women's match on the show. And hell, 95% of these matches nowadays on the show with the women is like that. Like, they're putting it on there just for the sake to say, hey, we have women on the show. And it's getting to a point where obviously fans are fed up with it, and it's getting to a point where it's just like, yo, like when are the women going to get booked right? Now there are some good in the AEW women's division. You know, you got freaking Jamie Hayter. I know she's injured right now, but you got her. You got Tony Storm. You got Hikaru Shida. You got Rio, just to name a few. But those women alone still doesn't change the fact that this women's division still can be booked just a little bit better. And I feel like what AEW can definitely do with the women's division to make them stand out and to really book the division to make it good. The first things first, give them more time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand like it's kind of hard to, you know, kind of book a wrestling match, you know, in a 2 hour show, but like at least like I feel like AEW, you know, could some way, you know, make work and make it, you know, basically work around it. Basically, what I mean. But definitely give them compelling stories. I said it before, man. Like, these stories make a wrestling fan invested, and I feel like that if AEW did more, you know, clear cut, compelling stories, particularly with these women, it would make us want to tune into these shows and want to tune into these matches, even if these matches are like 3 4 minutes long. As long as the story is good, then we'll tune in. Like, stop giving us this repeated garbage crap like the Social Outcast coming out each and every single week, spray painting people over and over again. You know, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to tune into that. So I feel like if AEW did some of those things, that their women's division could get looked at as like, hey, these guys are good. These guys are awesome. You know, I did you watch that women's match last night? You know what I mean? Because right now, again, outside of a few wrestlers, etc., there's really nothing else that does with the AEW women's division. I mean, Becky Lynch even said that, and this, I know this pissed a lot of people off, but this quote is honestly true if you think about it. Becky Lynch literally said like almost a year ago that the women in AEW aren't even represented the way the WWE women are. They don't get as much time, and shockingly enough, they're not even that good than the WWE women are. And I know that quote pissed Becky. I know that like comment, that tweet, it pissed a lot of fans off. You know, people were like, "Oh, what are you talking about, Becky?" But I mean, she wasn't lying. Like she was, CM Punk said it at best. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I don't really think Becky was particularly lying in this statement, character or not in character. Um, so again, like if the women, if they are to get represented, and just if they were to get just a little bit more time, and again, just more compelling stories, then I think the women's division will be looked at a little bit better. But if they don't do all that, that the women's division is going to continue to be booked like shit for the most part. Crap, even. It's going to be booked like crap.